Hello guys, hello Aya sawa sawa. So let's get started. Where are you listening in from? I'm very excited. Myself, I'm from Ongata Rongai, and I'd love to know where my audience is from. Where are you listening in from? Well, let's warm the stage and get started together. So you can type up a chat box where you're listening in from. Myself, I'm from Rongai, and my name is Alan Asuma. Excited to be your speaker, and I'd love to know where my audience is from. So just type for chat box. If you're within Nairobi, outskirts of Nairobi, all over Kenya, maybe even outside the world. I can see there's one from Ruaka, Charity Gabana, there's Ongatarongai, there's Narok, wow, amazing. There's Juja, amazing, amazing. So we are all over, Brolin all the way from South Sea, Joy from Kisii, my homeland. Amazing, amazing. Nakuru, Nakuru, amazing. That's Kendi. And then Kiambu, that's Aisha. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I really respect your time that you've, there's, let me see, Dorcas also from Kiambu. Amazing, amazing. Thank you very much, guys. Loa Kabete from Susan. Naivasha from Shikugirinji. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So thank you guys. I'll go straight into the presentation. But before that, of course, I'll have to appreciate the time that you've taken to listen to me because I know right now we have so many things going on. Maybe you'd love to do other things, but you thought, let me just listen to this presentation and see if there's something in there for me. And for that, I appreciate your time. And because you've taken sacrifice to listen into this presentation, I'll ask you that you actually be in this presentation. This is not the time to start multitasking, going through other social media pages while listening in from. Just listening keenly for the next 45 to 1 hour. And as you're listening keenly, try and find out, is there something for me in this? Because you see, time wasted can never be recovered. And if you're going to be in this meeting and then you just waste it also while browsing other things, that's time that will never recover. But if you're going to be here, just be present, be open-minded, and I'm going to be very excited and very brief. And I hope we learn something from each other by the end of the presentation. So without much ado, let me share my screen and let me share my presentation. And we're going to get started right away. So the aloe vera company, that's what I'm going to talk to you today. And of course, you all have dreams. So when you come to this presentation, I normally tell you that your dream is our plan. Your dream is our plan. Just a moment. Let me see what I can do with this one. Okay. Next, I'm trying to see. Okay. I'm sharing my screen. Can you all see my screen? I believe so. Your dream is our plan. I want to move this thing up there. Amazing. And I'll be your presenter. That's me. Yeah. I'm a graduate engineer by profession. I did electrical engineering and I'm a manager at the business I'm going to show you. And I have an amazing team called Kenya Finest. Yes, I'm the CEO and founder of Kenya Finest. I'm currently 27 years old. I came to know about this business back in 2017 from my former primary school friend. That was me back then when I joined the business. And this is when I actually became a member, a wholesale member. So before forever, I tried so many things. I tried so many things before, but nothing seemed to really strike that balance for me because you see, as a student, as an engineering student, I didn't have so much time to spare. You see, it's one of those courses that are very engaging. So I tried so many things. Nothing really worked for me until I came to know about this business from my former primary school friend. Now, before then, of course, I loved so many things about my life. I used to be given upkeep money. I used to live with my brother. I was very comfortable. I never lacked. At least that's one thing I thank my parents for and I thank God for. But of course, I was still ambitious because joining while still a student, I wanted to have my own place because all through my academic years, I used to live with either my parents or my brother and such kind of thing. So I wanted, now that I'm in campus, let me at least live by myself. But my parents, instead, I live with my brother, my elder brother, who used to be kinda alikuwa anashinda ananikazia maisha somehow. So that was me. Of course, I was comfortable. I used to eat 3 meals a day and such kind of thing. So I was very comfortable, but I still felt I need some freedom to myself. Other than just freedom, I also wanted some extra financial boost because yes, the money that I used to be given was just enough to sustain me for a week. Okay, so they used to give me weekly, but I wanted extra money because as a student, I wanted something extra for myself. And one main driving factor for me to start business, more so this forever business, was just to get enough money to pay and sustain my lifestyle, to pay for my own house and sustain my lifestyle. Because I know if you're a student or if you're at that age, at that age, you're in campus, you want to have some freedom to yourself. You want to get home anytime you want to bring your friends over and such kind of things. I never had that freedom. So I wanted my own place, and then also I wanted some extra income for me to afford decent clothing. Yeah, I looked smart, yeah, just like an ordinary student, but I never felt like this was decent enough for me. I used to feel like I was just trying to survive. No, no. Now, I became a house member in July 22nd, 2017, and a manager in Forever at April 2020. Now, this picture was taken July 22nd, 2017. I was very excited. This is one of the recent photos. That's how I look right now, but this is how I used to be back then. And honestly, looking back, I thank this man for the decision he took to join this business. And that's what I'm going to show you. It's going to be very, very brief, but at least something that is going to be mind opening. So if you've ever been in such presentations, I'll ask you just be open minded and try and listen and see if there's something different here or there's something in it for you. Now, the Forever story, of course, let me tell you about the company that I love so much. Forever is an international company. We're in over 60 countries. Being in over 60 countries, that's close to three quarters or even more than three quarters of the world. In the world, I don't think we have over 190 countries. We have very few, over around 190, and we're in over 160 countries all over the world. And then you're vertically integrated and debt free. By vertical integration, we mean we do everything by ourselves. Hatuna madeni hapa na pale that you keep borrowing and such kind of things. You control our entire distribution chain, and then you don't have the debts. And then you have a very experienced management team that you'll see as we proceed. I've shown you in over 60 countries, and we'll be there for the last 46 years, since 1978. We've been there since 1978. So the reason I'm sharing with you this background is so that at least before you partner with something or before you get involved in something, you have to be sure about its stability. You can't just join something that is going to be here today and then it's not there tomorrow. You have to be sure about that. So I'm going to show you a brief history about our company so that to help you understand that, yeah, if I'm going to consider doing this, at least it's something that has withstand the test of time. So we've been there for the last 46 years. This slide is not updated. And then we do business in the health and wellness sector. Now, if you go to Google right now, but I won't ask you to go right now, and then you Google the largest growers and manufacturers of aloe-based products, you'll actually find we're the ones, Forever Living products, we're the largest, over 60% of aloe in the world. We are the dominant factor there. Now, we in the health and wellness sector, it's a sector that is actually thriving so much. Before joining the business, myself, I've never loved anything to do with wellness. I've never loved anything to do with health. I've been more of a technical person. I did mechanics in high school, and then also in campus, I was doing engineering. I hated biology. I just did biology for the sake of my mother to just tick that box. Alikuwa anasema, just in case you just do biology, just in case you go and become a doctor. But for me, I never wanted to become a doctor. I actually wanted to become a mechanic, but pia kakataka niambia he do electrical because he never wanted to be to be told he's the mother of a mechanic. So anyway, that was her thinking back then. Now, when I was being shown this business, I thought to myself, now how can I do this business while it's in the sector that I don't have experience in completely? Like literally health and wellness, something that I hated so much. And actually I came to realize health and wellness is one sector that is going to create many millionaires and billionaires in the coming near future. Because it's a sector that never gets depreciated. When I was young, the phones and the TVs that used to be trendy back then, the Great Walls. Right now, if you have a Great Wall, actually, it's either you're doing a vintage kind of setting or such kind of things. Right now, we have the plasma TV, the flat screens, and such kind of things. You see, the technological world is fast, fast. It's really evolving at a very fast rate. Back then, also remember there was this phone which used to be called Sagem. It used to be the phone back then. If you had Sagem, you were the real deal. But right now, we have smartphones. Even that company, Sagem, Motorola, they're no longer existing. You see, the technological world is fast changing. But one thing I came to look at, I've been brushing my teeth. I've been maintaining my health and wellness ever since I was young till right now. And right now, more than ever, people are more conscious about their health and wellness. You see, they're more conscious, and that's one thing that actually made me think that this is one market that actually is going to explode massively because when you get a customer and you sell to them and they use the products, they keep coming for them over and over again. And the more the population grows, the more your market grows. When a customer gets married, you know that's another customer added onto your list. So it's a market that never gets depreciated. And you better get to know how to actually invest in this wellness industry. If you look at the celebrities right now, anytime they want to open businesses, they either go to beauty, they either go to wellness, they either go to grooming because they know these are market that has high level of repeat customer base. If you're to be selling things like sofa sets and chairs, when you sell a sofa set to someone, the next time they're going to buy it is either the sofa set is out of trend or it's completely broken or something, and that will take years, maybe 10 years. So we are not in the business of generating new customers every other day, but in the business of servicing the customers that we have as we grow our network of customers. So it's one of the best industry that you should actually try and consider and get involved in. So I've told you guys in over 60 countries and you have international presence. These are buildings that we own. We don't rent these buildings. We own them, like this building in Japan, the entire building we own it, and of course for the business we do like 2 or 3 floors, the rest we lease out. So some of these things I'm showing you so that we have so many buildings over in all these countries. I'm just showing you to show you the signs of permanence. We're not just here for the sake, we're here permanent, that if you're going to invest your energy, emotions, finances in this business, you're investing in something that is going to be there for the long run. So this is just there to assure you and give you that rest and peace of mind. And after all, you have a very experienced management team. If you're the collective years of this management team, you'll actually find they have over 300 plus years of collective experience in this industry. So if there's anything that needed to be changed, you see, anytime you develop something, there's the bugs that you need to fix. So all the bugs have been fixed through this management and the experience they have. And for the last 46 years, anything that never used to work well, it has been fixed. So you're sure about the management. So before you invest in anything, how is the management of that thing? How is the company? Does it withstand the test of time? And then also are the products. Are the products sellable and such kind of things? So that's what I'm trying to show you before you even get started in the business. I've shown you about our brief history. We're in over 160 countries. We've been there for the last 46 years. And then also I've shown you about our products. When it comes to aloe products, actually we're the dominant factor in the entire world. And then I'm showing you about the management and I've shown you about our stability all through. So that's just to ensure you that you're not getting involved in anything that is going to just disappear out of nowhere. So now why aloe? When you're trying to find something that you can actually market, why did the founders of this company decide aloe vera? Okay, and not any other thing. Because when I was growing up in Kisii at some point and such kind of things, anytime I used to be sick, my grandfather used to give me aloe vera. I used to have the dandruffs, hii mashilingi kwa kichwa, they used to apply aloe vera on my head. So all this time, aloe vera is something that is already known. You see, Cleopatra, the most beautiful lady in the entire in the entire world, Cleopatra from Egypt, the queen, she used to take aloe vera. She said her secret for the nice skin and beauty was aloe vera. So aloe vera is something that is already known in the market. We're not trying to create the need of the aloe in the market. That's the whole point why aloe vera. If you go to your grandmother, grandfather, your parents, they already know aloe. So the only thing that you're going to do is changing them to come and try our best when it comes to the market. If you go to the supermarket, if you go to the chemist, you'll actually find most beauty products, some of these health and wellness products, they all claim to have aloe vera because people know the benefits of aloe. We're not trying to create the need. I was trying to imagine what if this company was selling, let's say, thorn apples, is it kayaba? You're trying to tell people the benefits of thorn apples for their health, trying to get the need in the market, trying to push the market. You see, it was going to be very tough for us. But right now, already there's that market in, that's why you see all these companies claim to have aloe in their products. So the only thing you're doing is shifting them to our products. So aloe has tremendous benefits, both inside and outside. So inside, it supports digestive health, promotes healthy immune system, supports nutrient absorption, it boosts energy level. Outside, it moisturizes, conditions, it soothes the skin. And I'm sure everybody in this presentation, at some point they've had aloe, or at some point they've used aloe or a product with aloe. If there's someone who hasn't done that, you can just type on the comment box, I haven't. And we're about to change that because aloe is a miracle product it's a miracle plant that God gave us. It's so beneficial, it's so nutritious, and that's why we actually chose aloe vera. Okay, now let's proceed. What do we do different when it comes to our marketing plan and then also our products? First of all, I've told you guys, if you go right now, you are the largest growers and manufacturers of aloe and aloe vera based products. You are the largest. You might be asking yourself, if you're the largest, why can't I see your products in the supermarkets? Why can't I see them in blah, 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 in the chemist? And we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Okay. And then we hand harvest and hand fillet our products. You see this aloe in the background. We don't use machines to harvest. We hand harvest them because we trust the human judgment that a human being who is of sound mind will only pluck the mature leaves so that when you take that aloe or recommend it to your loved ones, they get the maximum benefits from that aloe because you never plucked any immature leaves. And then you'll never find a fake or substandard product because we have patented all our manufacturing process and everything. So our products have all been patented and then they are very quality, as close to nature as possible. And then we have one of the highest rated quality seals in the world. You see some of these seals here. There's the International Aloe Council Science seal, the kosher rating for Jews and Hindus. We don't test our products on animal. We have halal seal. This actually allows you to even market in Muslim world. Myself, I've done business in Dubai, I've done business in Saudi Arabia because our products are halal certified. And then the Direct Selling Association. You see, the reason why you'll never find our products in all these markets, supermarkets and everything is because for us, we market our products differently. We market through direct selling. Direct selling, of course, you get people who sell directly to um, like a kind of network marketing way of selling, whereby there's the consumer and there's an independent distributor. That's direct selling. And direct selling ensures that the interest of you as an independent distributors are well taken care of. There well so that the company doesn't con you in terms of your compensation, it doesn't dupe you into funny schemes and scams and such kind of things. So direct selling is a regulatory body that ensures that your interest as a direct seller, they are well taken care of. So we have all these seals to ensure that the products, the customer, and the distributor, they are all covered for and they're all well taken care of. Now let's proceed. Our plan, I've told you guys we're in the network marketing industry. And network marketing per se is not marketing products online. Network marketing is multiplying yourself. You see, the reason why you have all these neighbors all over Kenya, like myself, I'm in Rongai, you have a neighbors. I saw someone in Nakuru, there's neighbors there. I saw someone in Naivasha, there's neighbors there. I saw someone in Ruaka, there's neighbors there. The reason why you have them all over Kenya is because they are opening net. I can't come to Nakuru to buy my but I'll go to the nearest neighbors around here and I'll buy from there. You see, the reason why M-Pesa really shot and overtook the banks is because for them, they were not rigid as to have one M-Pesa bank in every town. For them, they brought it back to independent people. Like you yourself, you can actually have an M-Pesa shop. And that's why even if I go to the most remote area in Kisii, once I open the gate, there'll be an M-Pesa shop there. And that means they're able to reach many people. They're able to reach even you see, they've spread their networks deep, deep, deep into the most reserved areas. And that's why they were very successful. And that's why even right now, the banks are trying to adopt the same aspect. That's what we call network marketing. Generally opening branches. It's like multiplying yourself into so many other people. So don't get it wrong that network marketing is marketing online, is doing blah, blah, blah. No, that's not it. Network marketing is a proven system. You get to benefit from the experience of those who've gone before you, and then you enjoy leverage, whereby instead of you doing 100% of everything, you can multiply yourself 100 times to 100 people so that each one of you does 1%. At the end of it all, it's 100%. You see, if you had a shop, or let's say you had a hotel, and then in that hotel, you say, I want to do 100% everything. I want to be the cook, I want to be the cashier, I want to be the waiter, I want to be the chef, sorry, the watchman and everything. There's only much that you can do within a day. If that hotel that you have, you could be able to serve maybe 100 people, you can't do that because you're by yourself. But the moment you start employing people, you're actually creating a network of employees so that you'll find this one will be able to serve this one will be able to do this and that, and everything now becomes more efficient. That's networking. That's networking generally. Instead of you enjoying 100% of your effort, you just enjoy you multiply yourself. And in as you see, myself, I can open that hotel and then I say I want to cut on cost of labor, and then someone else will open another one and they say, let me just employ people so that I can become more productive. And the one who does that will actually get more value compared to me. I'm not paying people, but he or she will be paying people, but he'll be able to serve 100, maybe 10 or 20 times more customers than me. And by bad luck, if I fall sick, I'll close my shop, my hotel. But him, if one person falls sick, the system still continues. That means if I close mine, my customers will go and start buying food from their hotel. That's the whole point about leverage. This is something that is never taught in classes. You just learn as you proceed. Why do people want to multiply themselves? And that's what we do. So you can either leverage on time or you can leverage on money. Leveraging on time, on money, if you have so much money, you can invest in all these things. And leveraging on time, if you it's whereby now you start employing people. But you know, for us, we can actually offer you a leverage whereby you don't need to employ people, you just need to partner with people. You just need to partner with people so you won't have that employee headache. You leave that to the company to sort it out, but you'll partner with people that you'll train and mentor and coach and grow together in this business whereby you'll all be enjoying being more productive together and multiplying your reach. That's what you offer you. And then it's duplicable. You show others opportunity and you build a very strong team, and then it's very simple. Myself, even though I had this history of hating biology and such kind of things and anything to do with wellness, I actually came to realize it's so simple. I never needed to start learning about the bonds and the hormones and such kind of things. I just needed to learn about the benefits of these products. I use them, I experience the benefits, I share with others. That's how we build this. And then it's long term. You work today, you enjoy tomorrow, and you live your dreams. Do you know that this business, you can actually build it and inherit to your next of kin? This is what actually made so much sense to me. These two slides, the number 2 and number 5. First of all, the leverage and the longevity. That what I'm building right now, if I decide I'm retiring, I can hand it over to my next of kin. But you'll get to understand that as we proceed. Now, what do you normally do? Number one, use the products because you have to become your own best customer. You can't be selling Rolls Royce and you're driving a Toyota Camry. Honestly, how will you explain to me how I'll feel when driving that Rolls Royce? You want to tell me how nicely it absorbs the shocks on the road. You want to tell me how nicely it cancels the noise. You want to tell me the comfort I'll be experiencing, but you'll be sharing that comfort as someone who's driving a Toyota Camry. So you'll actually find yourselves, they won't reach the level that actually should be. So use these products. They are very good. They're very prime. And you need them for your own general well-being. And as you use the products, you recommend so much passion. You see, for us, it's 20% passion, 20% knowledge and 80% passion, experience, and such kind of things. The way I'm sharing with you this business, honestly, at some point, I feel like it's more of passion than even the knowledge I have about the business because I've done it for the last 7 years. I know what it has done for me. I know what it has done for the people that I love. I know what it has done for people in my team. And that's why I'm sharing with so much passion. Because I hope that even you one day you can get to that level of passion whereby you are enjoying this business and you recommend so much with so much cheese and in abundance to so many people. And then also you're enjoying the benefits of the product and recommending so much ease and abundance to so many other people. And then after using the products and becoming your own best customer, you share the products. Talk to people about the benefits of what you have experienced from these products. You develop regular customers. You're not selling products that are not on the product you're actually selling. Their on high repeat business, something that people use on a daily basis. Once it runs out of once they run out of the product, they come and buy again from you. So develop regular customers. This will allow you peace of mind. Me as an engineering student, anytime I used to have exams, anytime I used to have the projects, such kind of things, I never used to worry because I have repeat regular customers that I know in between the month I'll get around 30 to 40 or 50,000 from my repeat customers, leave alone the ones that will start buying afresh and that kind of thing. So repeat customer base ensure that from every other month you don't start from scratch. So develop your customers, okay? And then after that, build a team. Talk to people about the opportunity. Find your 5 key people. Work the simple business circle. That's what you normally do. You see, it's in our nature to share good things. It's in our some people normally say, if you're making so much money, why share with us? Why not just go and eat all that money? And I'll tell you guys, if you're a very good retailer, you'll only go as far. You won't go that far. No, no. Myself, I'm so good at selling, and the good thing is, even if you don't know how to sell, once you come, we'll train you how to sell. So I'm very good at selling. And if I want to become, or if I want to get to higher levels, I need just to train others how to sell. And that's how I'll multiply myself. That's how I'll become like Naivas, whereby I multiply my reach. That I have someone in Naivasha, I have someone in Nakuru, I have someone in Mombasa that can actually reach the market in Mombasa. Myself from Nairobi, I can act, it is going to be so hard for me to reach that market. You see, that's what you call building a team. And that's why it's in our nature to share the good things that you're experiencing from this business. So if you have that mindset that if you're making so much money, why share with us? The whole point is we're sharing with you so that you can actually increase our reach. And once you join in, you'll actually notice it's going to be so hard for you not to share this business to other people. Okay. And then after that, you coach and develop your team to develop their own regular customers and also to find their own people and build their own teams and also how to use the products. So you start training people what you're basically doing. These are the only four things that you're going to do in this business. And as we proceed, we'll start seeing very huge money, very huge checks and such kind of things. It all starts here. Very, very simple. I know using the product, sharing the products, building a team, and coaching your team. That's what you normally do. And I know when we proceed, some of you might be asking, after you start seeing the checks and such kind of things, you might be asking, yeah, you mean just doing those four things will enable me to earn this kind of money? Yes, you see, it's not a must for you to be so complicated for you to make so much money. Sometimes the simple things become so complicated because people don't trust that, no, if I just do these things, you can tell me I'll be earning that money. No, no. But you go try doing this kind of activity and you actually see how the company really appreciates you, because the company knows it's not easy to sell, it's not easy to build and coach people, it's not easy to do all these things, and that's why it massively compensates you for your activity and actions. And how do you get started? Of course, you become your own best customer. I've already said that. So you can actually come and purchase your Start Your Journey combo pack. This combo pack goes for 51,500 Kenya shillings. Once you purchase it, you automatically become a wholesale member, or you can accumulate your orders over 2 consecutive months until they get to wholesale level, which is around 67,000 within 2 months. And automatically you become a wholesale member. And once you sell those products, now you make that become a cyclic capital. You buy again and then you sell, you buy again and then you sell, you buy again and then you sell. Try and imagine if you're selling, let's say, clothes. You can't go to someone, let's say to your aunt, and then tell them using your phone that I'm selling this and this and that. No, you'll go with your clothes and tell them these are the clothes I'm selling, you can try them. That's the same thing. You have to have some stock with you, and then when you go to your aunt, when you go to your uncle, and you go to meet your clients, they can see tangible products. And if they ask for something that you don't have there, you can go and buy and bring them back to them. So that becomes your cyclic capital. It becomes your sacred money, your seed money for growing this business. So there are two ways of joining. You can either join as a preferred customer or you can join as a wholesale member. Joining as a wholesale member, you purchase these products and then you start marketing them. And remember, you also use some of those products to experience the benefits. As a preferred customer, you're given 2 consecutive months for you to accumulate your volumes to the levels at which you can be able to become a wholesale member. So whether you choose A or B, it doesn't matter. The whole point is, do you have that willpower to grow and become a wholesale and start building your empire? So you don't have an excuse not joining, actually, if this makes sense for you. But getting your membership number is absolutely free. You won't be charged this is the money that you pay for you to become a member. The only thing that you the only thing that you'll do is now starting to accumulate your volumes, so purchasing your started learning combo pack to sell back the products and get back your money, and it becomes your cyclic capital. Now, building a retail business, which is very, very important, develop regular customers. I've said that the third time around. Now, how do you build your retail business? Of course, through personal testimonials and recommendation from you using the products. Some of us, maybe you might be struggling with weight, and then we use our fit program. You lose some weight, and when you lose some weight, your colleagues will be asking you, what did you use until you became this fit? And what you'll do, of course, you'll recommend to them and tell them, this is what I used, and they'll buy from you. And sooner than later, you'll actually realize the money that you spent in your fitness, you'll get it back. So it means literally you used zero shillings to achieve your fitness, and actually you've started building an business out of that. And then in home parties, sharing with friends and family, neighborhood or community events, social media, there are so many ways of marketing. You're not limited to this. There are so many ways, so many ways. You just come and see which one fits best to you, and also which one fits best to the team that you're actually joining. Different teams have different ways of marketing such kind of things. Once you join their team, and then they'll tell you this is how you normally market, you can actually add your experience also there. Or you can say, I have zero experience in marketing, so just train me in what is working for you. And that's what we'll actually do. So these are some of the ways that you can actually start marketing. For me, social media does so much for me. I've also done personal recommendation and also a lot of referrals from my other clients. That's how you normally market, bro. That's how I get my customers. And that's how I've been able to build a little business. Now, once you start building a retail business, show others how to build their own retail business. Okay, you bring your friends. You're not limited with the number of friends that you can actually bring, and show them how to do that, because by doing that, you'll be able to advance through the ranks in the marketing plan. You join as a preferred customer, you become a wholesale member, and then you go all the way to manager level. Myself, I'm a manager in this business because I've touched so many lives. But in my team, I have a team of over 50, 60 active people and have thousands of clients. Thousands. The other day, I was looking at my phone book. I have close to 4,000 numbers of clients that I'm actually engaging on a day-to-day basis. And that's how you start growing. So you show others also how to get to there, to such kind of levels, how to build their customer base and also how to build their team. This is one of the best ways of building a big business. You can come and make so much money through retail sales, but that will just be like you're selling shoes. It could be just or you just have a shop and you're just selling your products, Apple. But if you want to build a big business in our industry, show others how to do the same thing that you're actually doing. Don't be selfish. Find it in your nature to share the good things that is working for you, both the products and the business. And by doing that, the company will really appreciate you big time. Okay. Now follow this simple circle of building this business. Start with the why of the person that you actually showing the business. Contact them, contact and show them the business plan, and then invite them to such a presentation, show them how they can actually join, and then plan the business together, and then now go into action. Because planning without action, you won't earn anything in this business. You have to put in the action. It's not a get rich quick scheme. You can't just come and earn instantly and such kind of things. No, you just have to come and put in the action. The good thing, and one thing that I'll actually assure you, if you're going to do, is the fact that you'll grow with your money. You'll grow with your money. You see, there was this illustration that was shared the other day. Someone was asked, would you rather 1 million upfront every other month, or being given 1 shilling daily that keeps doubling? Most people normally, of course, will go for the 1 million. They'll say, I just want 1 million upfront. But if you go for the 1 shilling daily that keeps doubling, today it's 1 shilling, tomorrow it's 2 shillings, then I say it's 4, and then 8 shillings, and then 16, and then 32, and then 64, and then 128, and then 256, and then by the end of the very soon you'll find actually it's 1,000, 2,000, 4,000, all the and then you get to 100,000, 20,000, and then it keeps doubling. You see, and very soon, even before the month ends, you'll be earning the million Kenya shillings, and then the next day you'll earn 2 million, 4 million, such kind of things. Now, for us, what we offer you is a coin that actually doubles, and you grow into your income as long as you're putting in the action. When you start making the money, continue putting in the activities. When you stop putting in the activities, of course, your coin will stop doubling. But if you continue putting in the activities, your coin will continue doubling. Okay? But always maintain the why of the person who's joining. Myself, my why was just to have my own place. If you started showing me how to buy a car, I wouldn't relate with you. But if you showed me how I'll be able to pay my rent, I will highly relate with you. I've seen people who come here to clear their mortgages, others to pay for their school fees, others to build their retirement home for their parents, that kind of things. If I start telling them, someone who wants to build a house for their parents, how they're actually going to maybe pay their school fees, it won't make sense to them. So always maintain the why of the person that you're actually showing the business. So that's why if in this presentation you're new, if the person who introduced you is trying to ask you, what is your main motivating factor to want to do this business? Tell them, because they'll show you how you can actually achieve that in a way better, much, much easier compared to them guessing, trying to see what does this person really want. Okay, so always maintain the why of the person and keep this wheel rotating, keep it rotating, always show others how to do this business. Okay, and then start enjoying. Once you start building your team, start enjoying so much, from team leading bonuses to all these bonuses. These are money. This is easily pesa hapa, so much money, and all this money comes from you building and touching so much life. So if you're doing the business and you're not making so much money, probably it boils down to you not touching more lives out there. not getting these products to people who need them, and also not showing others how to also build their own income. If you want to move out into a better place, show five others how to move out into a better place, and you'll automatically move out without so much stress. And that's where you start earning all this money. Okay. And I'll show you a few of these checks as we proceed. And if you're looking for more, other than just money, we have other additional opportunities actually. There's what you call forever to drive. This is one incentive whereby you work for it. You honestly work for it. You just don't join and then you do ABCD and start earning this money. Forever to drive is an incentive whereby people normally believe in Kenya per se that if you're successful, you have to be driving. If that's your belief, then this is going to make so much sense for you. But if that's not your belief, still you can work towards this incentive, but you can actually invest in other things, the money that will be paid for this incentive. So it's a certain, you're given a certain level whereby if you achieve a certain volume for 3 consecutive months, the company will be paying you a certain amount for 3 consecutive years. That's from $500 to $600 to $800. So level one is 500, level two is 600, level three is $800. So that one is a qualification that you actually qualify for. Now that money you're paid for the next 3 consecutive years, and if you want, you can buy a car with that money. If you don't want, if you want, you can pay your mortgages. If you want, you can pay your school fees. If you want, you can do anything you want with that money. You're not forced to actually buy a car with that. But if you buy a car, these are some of the cars that people have bought who have qualified for from this incentive. You have people who've bought cars from pure profits and team bonuses without qualifying for this, but I'm going to show you those who've qualified for the same. You see the kind of machine people are actually driving. Very, very good machines here. If you want, you can buy a car. If you don't want, you can do anything you want with that money. Okay, you're not limited to you buying a car. Okay, this is one of someone I've actually mentored personally. When I knew about her, or when it came to interact, she used to struggle. She used to struggle with rent, finances here and there. And she used to actually live in Githurai, and that house used to cost, I don't think I'll go put at 3,000, but she used to struggle paying that rent. But right now she has Airbnbs. She's built houses for her house for her parents. She's built shops for her parents. She's bought a car from struggling to pay rent of 3,000 Kenya shillings. And she's right now here. She qualified for this incentive. She bought this car as her first car. Age, was it 24 years or 25 years? Very young. So if you want, you can buy a car. If you want, you can do anything you want with that money. And the reason I'm showing you all this is not just to brag or showing you that, okay, yeah, so people have cars. Maybe you already have your car here. If you want, you can upgrade it, or you can do anything you want with that car, with that money. But the reason I'm showing you this is so that I paint a picture of, if you work hard in this business, you can actually achieve this. The reason I've been studying to become an engineer is because I've seen engineers driving these big machines, living good life, striking deals worth millions of Kenya shillings, hundreds of millions of Kenya shillings, and I want to become like them. Now, why does it come when you come to this business, and then when I try and share what you can actually achieve if you put in the activity, people say that you're bragging? No, that rich uncle of yours, who you want to become like, or who you want to surpass, they're not bragging you, they're just motivating you to get to those levels of even better than them. That's the same thing I'm sharing with you here, that if you work hard, you can achieve this or so much more. Okay, now let's proceed. We have generous bonuses also. Now, the founder of the company is called Rexmon. He passed on in 2022 or 2021. I can't remember clearly. And before he founded this company, he already was well established in the real estate industry. And he used to be a philanthropist. He used to love giving back to the society. But of course, there's this popular saying that says, instead of giving people fish, show them how to fish. And that's when he came up with this business. When he came up with this business, of course, he underwent so much challenges at the beginning. I remember in 1980, the entire aloe fields in Dallas, our company is US based, the entire aloe fields in Dallas, they all froze up. Yeah, there was this frost in Dallas. Dallas is normally very dry. It doesn't snow. But in 1978, 2 years after starting the business, the entire field froze. When Rexmon got the call, you see, most people will actually close the company and such kind of things. But for him, instead of closing, he actually went and bought land in the Dominican Republic, whereby he was 100% sure there's never going to be any frost bites for my aloe plantation and such kind of things. Now, the reason I'm telling you that story, I'm trying to get you back to these chairman's bonuses. And from there, we've been experiencing the steady growth all through. And the company has completely outgrown itself. in terms of profit that you're actually doing is more than the budget of Kenya. You can go and Google the retail turnover of Forever Living products worldwide and see we're in the billions of dollars worldwide, all over the world. And then out of this company, we've actually acquired hotels, resorts, and such kind of things. If any of you actually watched The Bold and the Beautiful, Walker, Texas Ranger, or Dallas, those movies, that place where they used to act, it's called South Fork Ranch. That's the largest ranch in the world, and we actually own that ranch. So all this diversification of income was so that in case anything ever happens, nobody here will ever miss their bonuses. And out of that, the company makes so much profits at the end of the year in the billions of dollars. And the founder of the company shares a huge chunk of these profits back to top builders. It's just like dividends. If you work very hard and you achieve this incentive, you see the yearly dividends that company normally pay to shareholders. That's the same thing, because once you join here, you join as a shareholder. You partner with me, of course, but you're partnering directly with the company as a shareholder that you can actually qualify the generous chairman's bonus or profit share qualifications. I'm going to show you some of these checks, and I've tried to paint to you the picture that these checks can be humongous. So, well, as you're going to go through these checks, I want you to be motivated and to actually think that, yes, if these people have achieved it, the only difference maybe between them and me is the time that I've been in this business. If that time, if I learn from the experience, if it took them 20 years or 10 years to get to that level, it can take me maybe 7 years or a few years less than them to get to that level. That's the whole point. Now I'm going to show you the rich uncle that you want to become like, or you want to even surpass. Sawa. Let's start with this. Some of this check. This Jacqueline Mumbi, you can see that was the checks are in dollars, so that's $4,900, close to 500,000 Kenya shillings. That's close to 400,000 Kenya shillings. We have Rhoda Mwangi, one of my mentors. That's around 530,000. 530,000 Kenya shillings. We have Christine, that's almost 1 million Kenya shillings. We have Jacinta Mwikali, that's 1.1 million, that's around 800,000 Kenya shillings. We have Paul Nguta and Marian, that's 2 million. We have Marian, 1.3 million, and the husband there. But this couple here, these are the reason why we're actually having this presentation. They're the ones who back then, they brought this business to Kenya. They used to do it all the way in the UK, but they decided, let's take this back home. And out of that, they've actually built this business. The entire Forever Kenya, we are under them. But for him, he passed on back in 2022. May his soul rest in peace. The lady is still around, and we are still very thankful for them showing us this business. You see, this is some of the money that has actually come to Kenya. You see, this is the largest check that has actually come to East Africa. They are all the way in Tanzania, Enos and Salema, and Enos Salema and Elizabeth Riwa. That's 31 million Kenya shillings back in 2015. A lot of money. You see, these people, they were medical graduates, but they've never been employed. They started the business while still in high school, sorry, in campus, and they finished, they graduated, and they continued the business. They are literally doing the same thing that I've actually done also. I started while still a campus student, but right now I've graduated instead of looking for employment, because honestly, the money that I'm making here, there's no employer that is going to pay me upfront as my first check. Okay? There's no employer. So the same thing with them, they built their empires. You see, the only difference between you, new person, and this person here is time. It's time. But if I told you right now, if you go to YouTube and search for Eno Salema, you'll find tons and tons and tons of trainings on how to build this business, on how to get to this level faster than it took them to get to this level. Will you actually take a keen interest and learn and see how you can actually get to these levels? Because everything is there for you to learn. If it took them 10 years to get to this level, it should take you less, because you're learning. Okay, we have the largest check that has ever come to Africa, South Africa. These people from South Africa, Gabisile and Mbatha. Just know that Mbatha, this check, and it was sad that he actually, I'm not sure whether it was this check or the next one. After receiving the check, the lady passed on 5 or 6 days later, but the husband is still there. But they built a very huge legacy in South Africa. Right now, almost the entire South Africa is part of their team. They've built one of the largest teams, but South Africa is growing very, very fast. It has big leaders. And the only difference for them, by the time they were earning this check, they were close to 7 or 10 years in business. Will you be in this level, maybe 7 to 10 years of you being in this business? Okay, so we are not bragging by showing you these checks. We're just trying to show the possibility that if you put in the activities, this is the reward you can get, or so much more. These have been for the longest time top earners in our company, but right now they are no longer the top earners. People have completely outgrown them. They've outtrained them because they are putting in the activities. The same thing. If someone comes out of nowhere and they surpass me, I won't be mad. I won't be mad because if you put in the activity, you deserve the reward. Right now, there's a certain guy from India called Krishna. You can go and also check her or check him on YouTube. Sorry, on Instagram. We joined around the same time back in 2017, but that guy right now is around the third or the second most earner in this company, doing massive business. The guy is 25 years or 24, very young, very young. We joined the same time. If he calls a meeting of this team, he fills the entire Nyayo Stadium. Krishna, Krish. Someone can type the name of that person, alafu any guest can go and search them up and see the possibility that if you put in the activity, that if you learn from people who've gone before you, the success period can actually be condensed. If you took them, for them, they've been here for the last maybe 26, 27 years. In the next 27 years, do you think you can be earning this and so much more? And this is only profit share. There's money that you're actually making on a monthly basis. If you earn such kind of amount on profit share, it means on a monthly basis, you're doing nothing less than 70, 80 million a month. You see, it's doable. It's doable. They've been the top earners. Right now, you have another lady from Japan who's doing massive, massive. Even the company has had to come up with other incentives to accommodate her because she's completely outgrown the vision that Forever had for that a distributor could actually achieve. And it's very doable. And that lady actually has decided she wants to start afresh in another country in Dubai because in Japan, she's built one of the largest teams. Now she's going to start afresh in another country. You see, if you work so hard, can you get to this level? Now, if you don't work hard, trust you me, you're never going to get to this level. You're never going to earn anything in this business. You're never going to do anything here. You'll quit. But one thing I'm sure you'll never quit a bitter person because you'll join, you'll see people making money, you'll see people growing, some even whom you join together, and will say, I think I never put in the right actions and activities to get me to that level. Okay? You also have travels. If you love traveling, we have global rallies, international. We have two international travels and one local travel. So if you love traveling, once you qualify for this, you're given an extra ticket and every expense is paid for you and some spending cash once you land in that location. For next year, we're going to Paris. We're going to Paris next year. So if you start working right now, next year you can actually go to Paris, everything paid for you plus an extra ticket. But you have to work crazy. You have to work crazy to get that levels. And then also you have another one in Phuket, one of the most prestigious islands in Thailand. Everything paid for you plus an extra ticket to take anyone you want, even if they are not in the business, even if it's your mother, your boyfriend, girlfriend, anybody, you go with them to that level, to Phuket, everything paid for you. And you have one local one, whereby of course we can have for the local one you pay for yourself, but you can have a few incentives here and there to help you work towards that one. And the local one is going to be in Rwanda. So work for that, go there, expose yourself, learn about this business, and learn how you're going to get to these levels or so much more. But those travels, they're not just there for fun and such kind of things. They're there for inspiration because you go there, you sit down with these people, you learn from them, and you get inspired to say, like, if these people can actually do it, I've seen they are going to the toilet like me, they're sweating like me, some of them even have broken English because they're from different countries. If they can actually do it, I can also do it. You just need that level of inspiration. They're there to educate because we have seminars to train you. You've been paid for everything. You and an extra ticket to go with someone there so that you can be educated on how to actually elevate your business. And they're there to celebrate. Because honestly, some of us maybe are working, and when you become the best employee, the only recognition you get is a mug with your name, best employee of the month, and your name on the notice board. That's the best celebration. And for you to get to that level, the company has generated so much from you. But for us, if you work so hard, if you call for this incentive, you are properly celebrated. The company spends hundreds of thousands on you in terms of celebration. That's the whole point of the travels. Maybe right now you're asking yourself, will it work for me? You've looked at it, you're asking yourself, will it work for me? If you work hard, if you think big, I came wanting to have my own place to rent. Of course, I achieved that within, I think it was around 6 months in business because I had to see whether the money I was making was sustainable. And when I saw it was sustainable, I started renting out my own place. Okay, so after that, I've achieved my goal. So what next? I have to continue thinking bigger. What do I want to achieve next? The goals that you have right now, you will achieve those goals in this business. But once you achieve them, continue thinking big. Get together often with your team. Be bold. Be bold. Talk about your business. Let people know what you're doing. If you're afraid to share what you're doing, you see, politicians will come to your wedding, to your funeral, they'll come to your graduation party, they'll come to anything you invite them to, and they'll say, vote for me, I'm a politician. And you yourself, you're afraid to say what is paying you. You're afraid to tell people that I'm actually doing this business, blah, 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 to come in. So no. If you're not bold, if you're afraid to talk, then you're going to really limit your income potential. And the next day you'll come to the office and you'll see me talking to your uncle or to your cousin, showing them the business. And once I show them the business, you can't take them from me. That's it. They'll register and that's it. So be bold, let people know what you're doing. Enjoy the products. If you're not enjoying the products, you're not enjoying the business, you're not doing it right. These are some of the quality products. We have the best tooth gel in the world. You can't start selling the best tooth gel in the world and using something else. No. And then be consistent. I told you guys, what you offer you is a coin that doubles. And once your coin starts doubling, continue being consistent. Because the moment you lose being consistent, you can't get to those big checks. Your income will plateau and it will fall. But if you remain consistent, if you remain being motivated and convicted to building this business, you're going to go very, very far. You're going to go very, very, very far. These are the success factors in our business, nothing less, nothing more. It's a simple business, and that's one thing that sometimes we lose so many people, that these simple things are the hardest to do. People want to be told you have to learn this, you have to learn about the bond structure, nini. People want complicated things for big money to make sense. But for us, the simple things are the hardest to do. But if you do those simple things, you're going to go very, very far. I've actually got to the end of my presentation, and even before I finish, I want to just share there's a colleague in this business who's done amazing things, and I just want to invite her to share her story just briefly, to just paint the picture of, if you put in the activities and if you put in the decision, what you can actually be able to achieve. And for that, I'll want to invite just briefly. Her name is Agnes, an amazing leader. I've seen her grow in the business. I've seen her do amazing things. So Agnes, I'm trying to look for you. You can unmute yourself, Agnes. And I'm going to make you host so that you can actually share your screen and share to the people how the business actually helped you achieve so much in this business. So thank you very much, Agnes. You can take it on from there.
Oh wow, amazing, amazing. That was a great presentation, Leader Alan. Feel like joining again. Yeah. This business is out of this world. I believe it's the best business on earth right now, and people should run with it. And let me just share my screen. I hope you can see my screen from your end.
Yes, we can.
Okay, perfect. So, hello, good morning, guys. I hope you're getting value from this session. I hope your 1 hour is, getting value from it. And my name is Agnes Ndemo, or Agi Ndemo. Background in finance and accounting, a recognized manager in Forever Living Products. And I'm going to share my story and what Forever has been able to do. I've been doing this business for the past 5 years. This is my 6th year. I've been doing it consistently and successfully for all those years. And I joined Forever Living Product back in late 2017, start of 2018. Sorry for that. And that was courtesy of my mentor and my cousin, in the business. She's called Linda Ngay. She's a manager as well in the business. And initially, I just joined because I had a goal of just covering my self-sponsored school fees, which amounted to 70,000 to 80,000 Kenya shillings. I was a student at University of Nairobi doing the BCom course, and at this time, my second year, I joined Forever. Forever found me on my second year, and first year was all good. My parents could pay everything and all that, but when I got to second year, my family finances were bad, really, really bad, and I was in the brink of being a dropout. And now my whole of second year, I was really struggling. I was that student who used to go to school, repeat the same semester because, my dad being the breadwinner, he's like, hey, Agnes, you just go to school. Mungu atatusaidia, atatuonekania, and we'll pay the fees. Come to exam times, university, if you don't have, if you've not paid fees, you won't sit for exams. So come exam time, I ask, kindly could you cover my fees? And he's like, well, it's tough, it's not going to happen. So I saw that I have a lot of time in my hands and I'm wasting it a lot. So I decided to start looking for blue collar jobs, and that was I decided to do waitressing, and was looking for jobs in Westlands. And honestly, with unemployment in Kenya, and even the fact that I didn't even have papers, for hospitality or hotel industry, I didn't have experience at all. It was just like a gamble, and definitely I did not get the job itself. So end of the year, I just speak to my cousin and I'm like, I'm looking for something, I'm searching for something to do. And she's like, I have a business I'm doing. As much as she's an electrical engineer, she was also doing this business. And I was like, okay, tell me more about it. And she was like, come to Reinsurance Plaza and get to understand. Just as you've been invited here, I was also invited to this opportunity meeting. And honestly, I joined immediately. I was smiling and I was like, do you mean there's a business like this in this Kenya? And the way I've been struggling, So I joined in. I was really, really excited, and I took a leap of faith, and it's the best decision I've ever made, to be honest, because thinking backward, when I'm just thinking in hindsight, like if I did not attend this presentation, I probably would be struggling right now. To be honest, I will be struggling right now. But courtesy this business, 1.5 months later, you've seen the marketing plan in the business, and this is how my moved. 1.5 months later, I joined in. After I joined in, I became an assistant supervisor, and I was really, really inspired by the fact that I was making really, really good startup profits, and it made me more inspired to do the business and continue with it. And I started being an independent. My first goals was actually buying a phone. I came in with a cracked phone. It was hanging, but I still was doing business with it because it had to work, and as an assistant supervisor now, I typically work towards achieving and meeting this a requirement called 4CC set by Forever Living Products. And once you're at assistant supervisor, ensure you are 4CC qualified, because once I reached that, that meant I was pocketing 40,000 Kenya shillings as a student. And with that, as a bare minimum, I started to generate more sales through social media, and my business and my income grew, and it started growing. I was just doing 4CC as a bare minimum, and it grew to typically to a range of 60,000 to 80,000 Kenya shillings on a monthly basis. And that is just at the beginning. Can you imagine? And honestly, with that amount, definitely I'm covering my fees now. 6 months into the business, that is. And I started going back to school and doing this business, part-time, without, my monthly income being affected. I was doing the business plus school. And honestly, that encouraged me to do the business the more. And I stopped borrowing money from parents, definitely. I became financially independent. At 21 years of age, I moved out of home, fully independent, student, paying my fees, paying everything, rent, Wi-Fi, all that. I was paying for all that for myself, and it was really, really encouraging at a very young age. So then I get to assistant supervisor, I grow to supervisor business. I decide I want to do supervisor kind of business, not assistant supervisor kind of business. And I decided, in 2 consecutive months to be able to reach the requirement for a promotion. And I advanced to supervisor level, and I started consistently earning 80,000 to 100,000. And honestly, as I focused on just increasing sales, expanding my business, and acquiring more clientele, my income grew, and I became a 6-figure income earner at supervisor level. And that was really exciting because now I was ranging from 100,000 to 150,000, with the highest earning when as a supervisor position being 290,000 Kenya shillings in the business. And definitely as a supervisor, I got to enjoy travels. That was actually my first travel with Forever Living Products. We were going to Zanzibar, so every year we enjoy travels. Last year, all 6 countries, the East African region, they normally choose a country to go to, and we visit each country. So last year it was Zanzibar. This year they came to Kenya. Next year, as we've had, we are going to Kigali. And honestly, traveling to Zanzibar, as my first, it was amazing. It was a game changer for me, and it was a game changer for my business, and it was a really great event. Why is that? Because after Zanzibar trip, I came back and I saw the bigger picture of Forever Living products. It motivated me, and with this insight, of what Forever is all about, I came back committed to elevating my business to the next level. I did not want to do supervisor business anymore. I wanted to grow my business, to manage a business. And what did I do? I decided to transition, away from the supervisor role. So I decided to now focus on building a team of supervisors. I actively supported individuals in launching their own businesses and coaching them and showing them the skills that they need to be able to grow a supervisor kind of business and get income, and advancing to supervisor status as well, and grow to manager as well. So within 4 months, I achieved the rank of recognized manager in Forever Living products, and my team and my income honestly exponentially grew. I started having 6-figure income earners, 5-figure income earners in the business. Myself, I was still a 6-figure income earner, and we are still growing. So basically, apart from that, I've been able to enjoy recognition in this company and personal development. When I came in here, I was this shy girl. I'm a very introverted person, but through the company and through this business, you grow. You're in the business, yes, for yourself, but you're not by yourself. You have mentors and leaders who are ready to help you grow. And one of the things you'll get is, yes, you're growing through helping others, yeah. And when it comes to talking to people, you're able to do that even when you're like, what will I say, and things like those are my first questions. Like when I was being told, talk to people, do this, I'm like, I'm a shy girl, I'm so introverted, how am I going to do that? But I was trained to do that, and I honestly can do that, and I'm excited to do it. I'm not very fearful and very scared as I was to do, to present, to talk to people, and honestly, it's really, really impactful to other people, definitely. And definitely, as I've said, recognition here, you enjoy like crazy. Like, this is me here. We were being recognized in a success day last year for my, I think this was assistant manager level. And it was really exciting. Here in Forever, we celebrate even the littlest of things, as you keep growing your business, to the top level. Yeah. So basically now those are the things you'll get to enjoy as well, when you join Forever. And the reason why I've put the picture on the right is because in when people came, the East African rally, it's usually a recognition rally for business well done, top leaders, and I was recognized, yes, as a manager. But apart from that, I was given the privilege and honor to talk to over 6 countries, who at Sarit Center Expo, and I was given the mic to talk to everybody about social media retailing, and it was exciting. It was honestly a surreal moment for me, and honestly, talking to all those people honestly made me even believe in myself the more. So those are the things Forever Living products will do for you. And honestly, I'm here for impact, and I'm a founder of an organization called Rich Academy Foundation. It's an expanding organization globally, not just in Kenya. Forever has given us that chance to earn from international currencies. Why not go for it? And I'm really, really excited for my team. And one of our mission statement as a team is just helping the hardworking and committed individuals start and run a sustainable, successful business with Forever from scratch. And our goal definitely is to be one of the top most organization in the Forever world, and be of impact in Forever Kenya, and focus on changing people's lives, both health wise and also financially, and live exciting lives while doing it. Yeah. And what I'm looking forward to, and honestly, in Forever, yes, I started to pay my fees. Actually, right now, I'm waiting to graduate this year. Paid for my CPA as well. I'm paying for my CPA so that I continue. My career is still ongoing, but I have passion for Forever, to be honest. I have passion for this. And what I'm looking forward to, as much as I had those goals, I've already ticked them. Right now, I'm so eager to assist even more individuals, in transforming their financial and health status through Forever Living products. Yeah. And definitely travels. In 2025, it's traveling. And we want to see you with us in Kigali, Rwanda, on stage for Work Well Done in 2024. So there's never been a better time to join the business and start your business than now. There's South Africa in February. For work and be a manager by December, and we are going to South Africa in actually Forever's the best resort owned by Forever Living Products. We're not going to any other hotel. And it's a golf course. It's amazing. We'll get to have fun there and also learn, so that when you come to Kenya, we are building bigger businesses. We have Paris, the global rally, the one in Paris. Oh my God, that one we have to go. Honestly, guys, we have to go and qualify for this incentive. We have also Phuket, Thailand in September. And oh, that one is Eagle Manager. Personally, I'm running for Eagle Manager business. If you're joining this company, join to be an Eagle Manager, not a supervisor, not, as assistant supervisor. Run for stability, and stability is in Eagle Manager business. And the one who introduced you here into the business will show you how are you supposed to do that. So apart from that, also Forever affords us, ownership titles. You've seen people with cars, so you'll get that car owner title if you do not have a car, or an upgrade, or you can get, so I know some of us might have cars that, we are servicing it with loans. You're getting money from Forever, your salary in a work wakando, the amount you're getting from Forever, it services those loans, or big houses you have, title deeds, property holder, if you love real estate and things like that. Personally, I love that, and I know that is where my investments from the amount I'm getting from Forever will be going to. And definitely a year from now, 2 years from now, I'll be giving a testimony of that, done by Forever Living Products, because I know it can deliver. It has delivered to our mentors. Why not us? And yeah, family, definitely. I have a family, and someone like my mom, she's building right now, and I'm glad that I'm also part of her project of building in the village. And definitely through Forever, I'm able to do that, and I want to also finance her, and help her in building right now. Quality lifestyle from Forever, that is something I'm looking forward to having, and retiring early. So those are the things I'm looking forward to. And I know you're a new person. I'm not saying all this to brag. I know you're a new person. All this is just to show you that if you're just here and you're looking for an extra, income, yeah, this is the place for you. This is the place for you. And the way Alan has said, with the hard work, with boldness, you can be able to do this. And I know you are having these questions. You've seen all these things, maybe sounding too good to be true, but you might be here and you're like, having questions like, I can't sell, I can't talk to people, I don't have even the capital, but I just want to give you, the confidence for you to know that we are having a community here that you can ask these questions and you will get answers. Like if you're asking, I can't sell, we will show you how to, we'll show you how to. That shouldn't be a worry of yours. Apart from that, if you're saying, I can't talk to people, definitely we train, here, the team trains you on how you can professionally talk to clients, you can professionally talk to people you want to build business with, and how to be a leader. All those trainings are happening with Forever Living Products, so you do not have to worry about that. And another thing you might be saying, I don't have the capital. I will just tell you, look for that capital. Look for that capital. If you've seen this business is something you will do and run with it, and it will change your life. Maybe you're here and you are the one who is going to change the poverty, the generational financial crisis in your family. You are the one. Why not go get that capital and start from scratch and build your business this year? And the fact that even you do not have capital, maybe that's something that will even be a wake-up call, because starting with Forever is very cheap. The fact that you don't have that cheap amount to start a business should be a wake-up call that honestly you need to have an extra source of income, so that you can start investments and businesses, and apart from that, you'll be like, I do not have time, and I'll just tell you, maybe it's time to start now, because imagine creating a strategy with Forever that can earn you the same amount of money. If you're a millionaire and you're in here, it can earn you that 1 million, but still give you time to make memories with your family. If you're working in places we do not have time at all, and you're like, I do not have time to even add an extra opportunity right now, I think it's the best time. And also another thing is, you do not have to quit also what you're doing or your commitments to do this business. If you're just looking for an extra 50,000, 300,000, 100,000, then this is the opportunity for you, because you can be able to build a business from ground up with very low startup capital, as I've said, until it's capable of achieving your goals. Yeah. And another thing is, you're like, I honestly feel like I could have joined earlier. There's nothing like that in our business. Now is your best time to join. Now is your best time to join. And another thing is, you could be like, I don't know that many people, do not worry about that. We will help you build a clientele. Personally, I was just a student. I didn't have networks at all. I was not working in an office and I know people with money and things like that. Home, my parents did not have, that amount to support my business as much. So definitely my mentors taught me, how to build a clientele. Why not give yourself a chance? If we could just tell you right now, we'll show you how to do it. Why not give yourself a chance to be able to build your clientele basis and grow your business, and if you're here and you're like, the products are expensive, Forever Living products, I've heard they're expensive. I understand that, but compared to what, really? Compared to what? It's like, a Toyota Corolla and a Range Rover. They can't compare, to be honest. And with Forever Living products, it has done so much to ensure that the products are premium and they're life changing. You've seen the international approvals we have, So these are products you'll be making an impact with out here, and people will be coming and giving you referrals and being loyal to you because the products are quality and they're giving what they needed. Yeah. And at the same time, you'll find most companies, they don't give that. But our company delivers to our clients. It does deliver. So the products are definitely worth it. Yeah. So lastly, if you're saying, let me go ask my spouse, my family, I'll say, yes, it's okay. But let us talk, let us show them, more information about the business. You can set up a meeting with the person who introduced you here. They share with them the opportunity. They get the full information. Then you make your final decision. So with that, I'll just say, I hope this business has made sense to you, and I want to see you at the top. For those who are joining us, karibuni sana. We cannot wait to celebrate you and see your business grow and mentor you, and we keep growing together. Honestly, your 2024 will not end the same way. I can assure you that if you start now, the year will end in a high note, because I've seen people who started 6 months, they're managers, they're earning incomes. I've seen people who've come here and they join in and they resign, and because their business is growing and they decide to build this business globally in Kenya and build it to higher levels. And honestly, they're enjoying time freedom, their own bosses. Those are the things that people are enjoying in here. So don't think about your past failures. If you've been doing business in the past and your expenses were bad, do not leave that to the end, because the same God who gave you this opportunity, even this chance to be in this meeting, is the same God who will give you the clients. So thank you so much. And I'll pass it back to Alan Asuma. Thank you so much.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you very much, Agnes. And what a presentation. Like listening to it again, I'm just speechless. I'm just speechless. There's one thing pia amekosa kusema. Sometimes you can go visit your parents and see some of the things that they're struggling with. Some maybe might be just you can't stand seeing your mom still washing clothes for the dad or something at very late. Maybe your mom is 50s but still washing clothes, or calling this mama forward and they are destroying the clothes. Some of these things, they used to really irritate her, and out of that she bought her mom a washing machine worth hundreds
Yes.
of thousands. I think so much money. You see, some of these things you might actually just think like, they're just normal. For someone who was about to drop out to do that thing, buying something for their parents because they've seen their parents, her mom struggling week in, week out with clothes and laundries and such kind of things. Right now, they're building a house. Agnes is a story that is very inspirational, and the same can be with you. The same can be with you. I know yourself, you're asking yourself, what next? You can drop 5 emojis for Agnes because I've seen her grow. She couldn't talk like she's talking right now, but just the other day, she was training 6 countries how to do social media retailing and marketing, and that's what you do. You see, if you think that you're not good at all those things, Ambonesha Apple, you just come and be willing to learn, because if you come here with the right mindset that you know everything, you'll go nowhere. You just have to come, whether the person who introduced you is younger than you, older than you have better English than them, you have better people that doesn't matter. Even if the person who introduced you happen in Mama Mboga, listen to them, learn from them. That's how you're going to go very, very far. So it's so inspiring. If you're asking yourself what next, what we've just shown you is just an overview. It's just like a duck swimming on water. You see, it glides so nicely, but underwater there's so much paddling. No, the next stage you should ask yourself, if this has made sense to you, go to the person who invited you and tell them, I want to learn this business. What should I do next? They'll take you through a detailed review of the business, how you're going to make your money, and the activities you're going to do. And what I'll employ you guys to do. You stuck here for the last 1 hour, 20 minutes on a Saturday morning. Right now, you should either be binge watching or doing other things, but you've decided, let me just listen to this. The 1 hour, 20 minutes, for it not to go to waste, any that you're going to be told, put it into action, put into activities. Give yourself time to grow. Allow yourself room for mistake and learn. Amesema, if you think maybe you don't have time, then this is the best business for you. If you don't have capital, then you actually to start the business, then you should actually, this is the best business for you because the fact that you can't afford such an small capital to get started, or even you can't, you see, it should be a red flag on you, on allow, and then start doing the business, maintain consistency day in, day out, and you're going to go very, very far. And right now, we've come to the end of the presentation. I hope you guys have found value from this presentation, and I hope you're going to make something out of the value you've gotten here. So learn, 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 and put in the activities. And I know we're going to cross in some of these corridors, and you'll say thank you for that presentation that you made on that day. Because of that presentation, I'm in this room here, or I'm in this travel, or I'm in this flight, whichever, and I can't wait to share these memories together. So there's no difference between you guys and maybe me, myself. The only difference is the time that we've been in business, but one thing I assure you, you'll get the support. So thank you very much. After this meeting, inbox the person who introduced you and tell them what next. I want to do the business, or whichever, plan the next meeting and get to know it in more details and review. You've been one of the most amazing, amazing audience you've ever had. You've maintained the numbers consistently, and thank you very much for that. I appreciate your time, and see you all at the top, at the beaches of the world, in the office, buying the products, getting started, and let's do this. Let's do this. Believe in yourself, and you can actually achieve so much more. So thank you very much, and have an amazing weekend. Feel free to leave at your own volition. I'll end the meeting right now shortly.